Hey guys, Sean Hammond with Premier Guitar, coming at you with another one of our Summer Gear Slam videos. Today we have Nikos Arfanidis from Tsakalis AudioWorks in Athens, Greece. Nikos, how's it going?
How are you doing? It's really weird and beautiful to get to do this, even though we're like half a planet away from each other.
You're in Athens, Greece. I'm in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Normally we do this at, in Anaheim or Nashville, but it's cool to see you. It's a lot cheaper this way and no jet lag.
Exactly, and thank you very much for making us feel normal, because this time of year, people like us are supposed to be doing gear demos at NAMM. So it definitely helps fight this negativity of COVID-19 and stuff like that, and make us feel like our work the whole year was worth it, because we still get to present our work to the world. So thank you very much.
Yeah. And speaking of Chris's work, Chris Tsakalis' work, this is version 2 of his Ocean pedal, right? A reverb?
Exactly. This is the second version of the Tsakalis AudioWorks Ocean reverb. It's the V2, which is it's not different than the first one. The looks are not different, the controls are not different, but the insides, the heart is new. The algorithm's new, and it's a lot more natural sounding than the first version. So this is what we were going.
Same number of modes and knobs, right? Is it 3 modes?
Exactly, like the first one, you get a whole mode, you get a shimmer mode and a spring mode, and you also get 4 knobs and nothing else. Pretty straightforward, plug and play, dial in the tone, and not too much time put into softwares and too many knobs and stuff like that, because we always want to keep our effects and our pedals user friendly, and we like to have the time to play, and we like to dial in the tone as quickly as possible without having to spend hours of tweaking. But yeah, like the first one, there's I
was just going to say it seems like you were about to do. You want to just run down the knobs?
Exactly, yes. We have, there's a toggle switch to select between the 3 algorithms that are available on this pedal. It's the whole mode, it's shimmer mode, and also spring mode that we were listening to when I played in the beginning there. And there's a mix knob, which does what a mix knob should do, even though with this pedal you can't go to 100% wet. We did that on purpose because we wanted to have discrete presence of your dry tone, just a little tiny bit of it, even when you're at 100% mix. And apart from that, there's a diffuse knob, which is an interesting one, because it mimics the material of the walls in the room that the reverb is created. So when it's all the way off, the room is like a glass room where the sound should bounce off, and when it's all the way on, then you get a less reflective material that actually diffuses the effect.
So kind of like the difference between being in a room with hard, smooth surfaces and one with, say, sound absorption materials?
Exactly. That's what we were going for with this knob, and we wanted you to have the option to control how the sound moves in the room. And also there's a size knob, which determines the size of the room that the effect is created in. And there's a storm knob, which does different things depending on which mode you're in. For example, in whole mode, storm controls the damping of the effect. In shimmer mode, it adjusts the level of pads and overtones in the effect, basically the shimmer effect. And in spring mode, it adjusts the level of spring effect. In my ears as a player, what it does is that when I increase it, it's like having a larger spring in my tube amplifier. This is how I perceive.
So maybe sort of like the difference between the type of reverb you would have in like a deluxe reverb versus a twin or something.
Exactly. In the deluxe reverb, you'd have a smaller spring, and in the twin reverb, you have a bigger one, and you can achieve this difference controlling the storm knob. Yep.
Okay. Now, did you say when we came into the video you were playing in shimmer mode?
No, actually, I was playing in spring mode, and I had the diffuse knob almost all the way off, so that you have this bouncy effect of the sound in the room. A medium-sized room, and the storm was at noon.
Okay. Do you want to show us a couple other versions of that? Maybe something more extreme?
Of course, yeah. I mean, right now we're still at spring mode. The diffuse is off, and the storm is at spring, so that you can get an idea of a kind of a normal-sized spring.
Nice. Now, and you mentioned earlier you wanted to tell people what we're hearing this through too, because there's no
exactly.
amp in that room, but you're going
Exactly.
through.
We're going through the Tsakalis AudioWorks multi-cab, which is a cab simulator, our latest one, and we are going through the settings that are Fender Deluxe Reverb with no ambience from the cab simulator, so our sound without the Ocean on is completely dry, like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So let's check out how a larger spring would sound. And that's a larger room as well, with glass walls around it, with more mix.
So it's different in that even in spring mode, you not only can adjust the size, the virtual size of the tank, but also the room that it's in. So
Exactly,
it's different
yes.
from a lot of spring reverb simulations in that regard.
Yep, this is what we were going for. In my ears, it's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Cool. So should we hear one of the other modes now?
Of course. So this is Shimmer, and in Shimmer mode, like I said before, the storm knob controls the amount of pads and overtones for the effect. Okay. So if we have it all the way off, then we get a really cool effect, which is not Shimmer though. So here it is. And when we introduce more storm, then we start to get the overtones. And if we go all the way up, then we got shimmer effects.
Okay, cool. And then the next mode is Hall, right?
Yep, last but not least, we have Hall, and I'll give you an example of it in just 1 second. So here it is.
Nice.
And if we increase the diffuse mode, the diffuse knob, then we'll get less bouncing around the room. So here's a small example of that. So
nice. So is this the Ocean V2 available right now?
the Ocean V2 is only just available right now. It's the latest version of the Ocean, which will be available until the crazy mad scientist called Chris Tsakalis comes up with something that he thinks is worthy of replacing it. And yes, it's only just out, and the street price is €219, which is basically around $225 US.
Okay. So where should people go online if they want to learn more or buy it or check out other Tsakalis stuff?
People can check out more about the Tsakalis AudioWorks products at tsakalisaudioworks.com, and of course in Facebook and Instagram and all the social media platforms, and of course on Premier Guitar because there are some reviews of our pedals on there, and people should check them out too.
Yeah, you guys have gotten some awards in the past for some cool pedals that Chris designed. Do you want to play us out before people
Sure.
go check us out? And don't forget to subscribe too, guys, so you can check out more of our Summer Gear Slam videos and more.
Again, thank you very much for making us feel normal, and hope to see you again very soon.
You too, man. Thanks, Nikos.
Thank you too.